Hello everybody, my name is Kara Tibbetts and I'd like to thank you all for tuning in today. I'd like to welcome independent candidate for governor Paul Rianna Jr.
Welcome. Hello to all the healthcare heroes, parents, and fellow citizens of Rhode Island. As an independent candidate for governor, I am proud to welcome you all to the Independent State of the State address. I'd like to start off by thanking my campaign manager, Jessica Marie, my treasurer, Rosa Aguiar, and my media manager, Kara Tibbetts, for their hard work and dedication towards my campaign. We are going to save Rhode Island together and make sure everyone has a voice. Let us begin the day with the word gratitude. Gratitude for the people who have shown up day after day in the face of trauma, adversity, and under the most difficult circumstances. To all of the heroes who worked through the pandemic, I am grateful and I thank you. I am deeply sorry for everything you've been going through for the past 2 years. Back on October 1st, I stood before the state and warned them that the mandates would kill the healthcare system. Governor Dan McKee and Dr. Alexander Scott assured us that everything will be okay. Well, that was a lie. Now we have COVID-positive healthcare workers working in our facilities while healthy, unvaccinated individuals are being barred from the profession. This is not following the science. This is government tyranny coming from the Biden and McKee administration. If elected, I will cancel all mandates on day one. Too many people are struggling to make ends meet in our great state. And some healthcare heroes are still being denied unemployment because of these unfair mandates. As a mental health worker here in Rhode Island, I see how the pandemic continues to be a horrific trend and forces children to wear masks. While many other teens and adults continue suffering from isolation, depression, and anxiety, the Department of Health and all of the Democratic candidates should be ashamed of themselves for supporting tyrannical mandates. Rhode Island needs to take action now. We need to bolster our overwhelming mental health workforce. We must take mental health seriously in the state of Rhode Island. And as your next governor, mental health will be a top priority of mine. As someone who was born and raised in South Providence, I want people to know that my background is different from any candidate that is running for governor of Rhode Island. I have no special interest, I have no lobbyists trying to influence me, and I am not another one of the wealthy elites. As the people's governor, I will never try to run away from the people or silence them. I will make sure our minority population are always treated fair and with respect, while making sure we invest in all the communities in the state of Rhode Island. I also plan on being fully committed to making the state government more efficient and accountable by investing in our workforce, incentivizing better performance, improving budget discipline, and changing how we work to better serve all Rhode Islanders with no discrimination. Our state was once known as a state that was dedicated to the working class people. I plan on helping to restore Rhode Island's working class, starting with addressing the tolls that the Raimondo administration imposed upon our truck drivers. We must also ensure that churches are never ordered to shut down again, as people from all different religions should always have the right to worship no matter what. Our state was founded on religious freedom, and I will make sure we protect that. And if elected as your next governor of Rhode Island, I will continue being a consistent defender of the Second Amendment. I will oppose all efforts to impose gun restrictions on law-abiding citizens, as I do not feel more gun control laws are the answer to the problems confronting our state. I believe tougher enforcement of existing laws is more effective when addressing crime. Under my leadership, Rhode Island will remain a state that is dedicated to law and order. When riots broke out across the nation, we saw cities ruined by violent mobs. Law enforcement was targeted and lawlessness prevailed. This will not and must never be tolerated in the state of Rhode Island. I will not permit violence to jeopardize the safety of our citizens by indulging in a fantasy of defunding the police. We will not allow our state to burn and stand idle as violence rules the streets. On the same note, we should expect police to understand why people don't have faith in law enforcement, and it has been diminishing as time goes on. This is why I believe in our officers helping shed light upon the bad seeds and to always stand up for what is right in order to replenish people's trust in our service, men and women. But we must understand that we will not leave any doubt in the minds of those who wear the uniform, that the state of Rhode Island is behind you. If you do your job of protecting and serving, then we back the blue, and we thank you for your service. Also, under my leadership, we'll stand strong against tyranny and will defend all Rhode Islanders' freedom. We must build a better future for all Rhode Islanders. I believe that together we can make Rhode Island one of the most free states in the United States of America. While so many governors around, including Governor Dan McKee, have made people feel like their rights are non-existent, I will make sure to stand and protect all freedoms for all Rhode Islanders. If elected, I will protect the rights of Rhode Islanders to earn a living, provide our small businesses with the ability to prosper, and fight back against unconstitutional mandates. And ensure our kids have the opportunity to thrive with a quality education. I also believe parents should have a choice whether or not to unmask their children. Dan McKee and the Department of Health policies have been ineffective and destructive. The Department of Health is responsible for numerous deaths. They did it first during the nursing home crisis at the beginning of the pandemic under the Raimondo administration with major mismanagement, and now they continue doing it under the McKee administration. They have failed Rhode Islanders by allowing COVID-positive healthcare staff to continue to work while struggling the unvaccinated heroes of their livelihoods and causing life-threatening staffing shortages in hospitals and nursing homes. Dan McKee refuses to take accountability for the fact that his failed mandates have caused him to deploy the National Guard and receive help from Joe Biden's emergency response team, while keeping healthy unvaccinated workers from practicing their profession. I am also deeply saddened by the thousands of Rhode Islanders and hundreds of thousands of Americans who have been affected by COVID. We sympathize with the family members who in many instances were not even permitted to see their loved ones in person at a nursing home or in a hospital. So to honor those who have suffered from COVID and to recognize the toll the virus has taken on the family members, let us all join together for a moment of silence. Thank you. I want to thank the healthcare professionals throughout Rhode Island who cared and continue to care for those who become ill due to COVID. This includes frontline doctors and nurses, as well as staff at long-term care facilities who work tirelessly to protect our most vulnerable seniors. Another issue I'd like to address as your future governor is the need to make senior living affordable when it comes to housing. The elderly and our veterans live on such a limited income. Over 15 million Americans ages 65 and up are economically insecure and living at below 200% of the federal poverty level, and this is unacceptable. We must do better for our most vulnerable seniors and veterans because no one should have to choose between medication or their next meal. This brings me to my next point, which is the fact that we cannot rely on affordable housing units alone to fix issues with homelessness. It's important to find other methods to give homeless people special access to homes that would prove better in terms of lasting success, boosting their chances of landing and keeping a job, and potentially helping those who struggle with addiction and staying sober. Not every homeless person will thrive just because they have a place to live. Some have mental or physical problems that make it difficult for them to get a home. Others may never be able to support themselves completely without community to keep them afloat. So let's do this, Rhode Island, and give a helping hand. Rhode Island also needs to make more strict laws for driving while intoxicated. There is no need for repeat offenders to keep getting a pass. The fact that repeat offenders are still driving with their licenses and are fully legal is reason for concern. Stricter laws must be passed to prevent drinking and driving, since it is an issue that is deeply affecting the lives of people who can't even drive yet. Ethically, this is not right, and we as a state must change the status quo to further prevent this. When it's to the point of being classified as a national epidemic, it's an important enough issue to receive attention now. At the end of the day, everyone needs to wake up and understand the people shouldn't be afraid to disappoint our government. Our government should be afraid to disappoint the people. This isn't my Rhode Island or your Rhode Island. This is our Rhode Island. This is why we must respond together, move forward together, and succeed together for a better Rhode Island. Inflation has accelerated during the pandemic. Supply chains are disrupted. Spending habits have changed. The cost of living has spiked. Small businesses continue to face losses, and many Rhode Islanders continue to leave the state and be forced out of their professions. Rhode Island, we have the opportunity to respond with urgency and to vote out all these pro-mandate politicians who keep trying to take away our freedoms and civil liberties. As Rhode Islanders, we must double down, help every business and family succeed. That means taking less of your hard-earned money and putting more in your pockets and paychecks. Our state is desperate for change, so let's deliver. I'd like to start my closing statements with this quote from Coretta Scott King. Freedom and justice cannot be parceled out in pieces to suit political convenience. I don't believe you can stand for freedom for one group of people and deny it to others. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Thank you for being here today. I look forward to connecting with more of you and continue to fight for freedoms of all Rhode Islanders. Rhode Islanders, let's make the change. Let's vote Paul 2022, independent candidate, and freedom over force. Thank you.